Now, as you were firing at him, obviously he's running away from you.
No.
Well, he's shot in the back, so obviously he's running away from you.
Yeah.
So he's running away from you.
Yes.
And you're continuing to fire at him.
No. Well, yes.
This is Johnny Trigg, and the laugh you heard from the detective is a laugh of frustration because Johnny's story is as confusing as the solitary question mark written on the whiteboard of this police interrogation room. Johnny had shot a man in the back after a confrontation that we'll discuss in more detail later. Importantly, Johnny was on parole for firearm violations. He had other prior convictions as well, including felonious assault, aggravated burglary, and possession of cocaine. Perceiving Johnny as a danger, the police called in the SWAT team to his apartment to make the arrest. Yet Johnny wasn't there. They later located him and called him in for questioning, which we will now watch. Get ready for Johnny. He's interesting.
Right there in that seat, Miss Trigg.
Already loving those shoes. I should take a moment now to mention that today's video's sponsor is Pepsi. Pepsi has lovingly donated the suspect's outfit for this interrogation, and Pepsi is the only drink recommended for children under the age of 2 by both doctors and dentists. Pepsi.
You're not gonna hurt me, are you?
Absolutely not, sir.
Notice the look of confusion on the detective's face. The man asking this question has just been arrested for firing a gun at an unarmed man. He also requested a Pepsi as soon as he arrived at the police station. What kind of man requests a Pepsi and then immediately voices concern for his well-being? Yeah, I'll take a Pepsi, with a side of please don't hurt me. The palpable confusion on the detective's face is understandable.
Absolutely not. We're going to give you the same amount of respect we gave you out at the scene, okay? You're good. Just take a couple runs. All right, you need water or anything?
You're right.
He's going to get you water?
I'm
Okay.
gonna give him a drink, right?
Yeah. You're good, Mr. Trigg.
You said Pepsi?
Yes, sir, please.
Pepsi.
That's thank you very much. Alright, Johnny. Before we start, I just want to let you know that this room is audio and video recorded, okay? We got a recording device here, and the video is right there on the wall, okay? Alright, I'm Detective Posma. Okay, this is my partner, Detective Farkas. Okay, we work with the Homicide Task Force, okay? So, what we're going to talk about today is the incident that happened last week, okay?
Yes, sir.
But before we go into that, okay, have you ever had a rights read to you before?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We're gonna go over this pre-interview form for your rights and everything, and we just want to get your side of the story, man. Okay, is that cool? Alright. Alright, today's date is May 25th, 2022. It is 10:06 a.m. We're at the EPD Safety Building, 335 West 3rd Street, Dayton, Ohio. Okay? Alright. I'm gonna move this over. Okay? So, I'm gonna read you. Okay. You're being interviewed in regards to the crime of a homicide. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Alright. Johnny, how do you spell your name?
J-O-H-N-N-Y. Trigg, T-R-I-G-G.
Which birthday?
Junior, it is, sir.
Junior? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Which birthday?
3770.
Pepsi.
778?
Yes, sir.
What's your social? For you.
I don't have a phone. I think I got both of my phone.
What were your phone numbers?
I had a 614
Hmm?
599-6848.
6848. What was the other one?
305
Mm-hmm.
5888.
5888. Is that 937?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where do you stay at? Where do you live at?
3620 Stanford. But well, actually, I just got my new place.
On Nottingham? But where were you staying before Nottingham?
3627.
Must be a really nice place for him to cry when thinking about it. I wonder if he had that sort of empathy when he was firing a gun at his neighbor. It's been a long time since I've heard a man cry while reciting numbers. I think the last time I heard that was when I asked my friend how his stock portfolio was doing.
Stanford?
Yes, sir.
Who you live there with?
No, sir.
Okay, no, okay. Alright. Alright, before we ask you any questions, you must understand your rights, okay? Number one, you have the right to remain silent. You do not have to make any statements or answer any questions. Do you understand that? If you understand that, just go ahead and initial in that line I provided right there, okay? You can hold pretend, okay? Number two, anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Number three, you have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions, and have a lawyer with you during questioning. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Number four, if you do not have the money to hire a lawyer appointed by the court or a lawyer from the public defender's office will be provided to you before or during questioning without any cost to you. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And number five, if you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you will still have the right to stop answering at any time. You also have the right to stop answering at any time if we're talking to a lawyer. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How far did you make it in school?
10th grade.
10th grade? Okay, if you want to I've completed 10 years of schooling, but you can read and understand English. If you could you read out the waiver of rights paragraph right there?
The above statement of rights has been read to me. I understand what my rights are. I am willing to make a statement and answer questions. I do not want a lawyer at this time. I understand and know what I am doing. No promises or threats have been made to me, and pressure or coercion of any kind has been used against me.
Do you know what the word coercion means?
No, sir.
Basically, we're not threatening you or promising you anything like, hey, you need to talk to us or this is going to happen or something. Like, we're not promising you anything,
Yes,
right? Okay, so that's what coercion. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
This is an excellent Miranda warning reading. The detective makes everything clear, down to the meanings of individual words, and he checks to ensure the suspect actually understands his rights. While it behooves police to read through Miranda warnings quickly, and they do, according to studies on the subject, this detective is doing it the right way, to his own detriment. He has just made it clear to the suspect that it's in the suspected criminal's best interest to ask for a lawyer, and that is almost certainly what Johnny Trigg will do.
You want to talk to us about what happened?
Well, my attorney advised me not to, but I'm going to say what happened.
What? Why? Even your attorney advised you to keep quiet. If it weren't for the fact that Johnny asked for a Pepsi, I'd say the man was a lost cause. Pepsi.
You want to talk to us? Okay. If you want to talk to us, man, I just need your signature right there where it says sign. Okay, me and my partner are going to witness it. All right, Mr. Trigg. All right, so obviously we're here to talk about a homicide. Okay, man. The incident happened last Wednesday, the 18th, DeSoto Baptist on the West Stewart. Okay, you currently staying on West Stewart?
I go check on my dad every day. My dad is diabetic.
Okay, is it your dad's apartment there?
Yes.
In that 1719 West Stewart?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you go there every day and check on him?
Check on my dad, but prior to any of this, I put into my dad's residence. And I was approached and assaulted with a pistol. He knocked out. He got pretty guns on my face. Told me he'd kill me. He about that over my property. I don't even know the gentleman. Never spoke to him, never seen him. And I had not been going down there to see my dad on a regular basis because of this gentleman.
When did all that happen?
The 22nd or 23rd of April.
Of April? Okay, so last month?
The guy told me the next time he see me and the opportunity presented itself, I was the dad in that. In that morning, I was just getting my belongings, trying to move to my new residence. God came out. He seen me, had on my old blue. Went back in the house. He came back with a gun. Same gun. Banging up with.
He came out. Who's he? Who's the guy that came out with the gun?
Bitch.
The dead gentleman? Where did he come out of?
His girlfriend's house, which is 2 doors from my door.
2 doors from your door?
One another. Excuse me. He seen me. Went back in the house. This time I was coming back out. The trash can. Put it in the back of my truck. Guy came back out the house. Gun in hand, looking for me.
Did he say anything to you?
Yeah, motherfucker.
What he said?
Yeah,
He
motherfucker.
said, yeah, motherfucker.
I got kids that guy's age.
You ever seen this guy before? Before all this incident and everything like that?
Yeah, every time I would go see my dad, I would see him. Never knew the guy. Never had no altercations, run-ins with him. And I don't know why. He chose it.
And when he hit you in the mouth with a gun over a month, did you go to the hospital or anything?
Yes,
Where'd you go to?
mine got
You went to the valley?
I got it. Fractured gun line.
Okay.
Listen to my old Porsche. No longer used between my gun. All tore up where he get me around where.
Good. You make a police report at that time?
I'm not gonna lie to you, sir. That was a major pain. Until they gave me my medications. I was so out of it.
Okay.
I just was willing to leave it alone. I said, I don't even know the guy. I tried to move, to alleviate everything. I just constant, every chance he got. Told me.
Where'd you get where'd you get the gun that you used?
Around.
Around? Okay. Are you allowed to carry a gun?
No, sir.
Okay.
I've been shot.
Okay. You like before?
Oh, shot me.
Okay.
So, I never wanted to hurt nobody. It was for my protection.
Alright. Tell me what happened before that assault and everything. Listen, there's a lot of stuff that we know.
Before the assault,
Yeah, you need to start being truthful with me.
I am, sir.
Okay? Because I know a lot more than you think I do.
Sir,
Okay.
I'm telling you, God, I'm just
From the beginning.
give me a polygraph.
Okay, so from the beginning, tell me what happened before this incident, before this assault when he hit you in the mouth. Where did this all start at? How did this all start?
It started in the DeSoto Bash. I pull up. Got 2 relatives in the vehicle. Pull up. The gentleman curbside me. I took. I said, I'm just pulling up to this. What? I took all aggressive and I took. You ain't never took nothing from me. I bought it, I landed to you.
What What'd he take? Or what did he borrow from you?
Fucking bag of fucking charcoal.
Bag of charcoal?
Fucking bag. This man did all of what he did to me over a fucking bag of charcoal that belonged.
Like the grilling charcoal? Using a grill? Was it just sitting on your back porch? Okay. So he takes the bag of charcoal. Did he end up paying you for it? Either then or down the road?
They told me he left the money, but the way he approached me, and all I did is just told the man, I said, look, Travis, just, I don't care what it said, he was over here doing touch nothing over here. And the man just,
This was the same day.
I approached him about my approach.
Okay. So this was all the same day.
Everybody over here will tell you I did nothing wrong.
That's actually not true. In interviews with neighbors, police heard a different story. Multiple witnesses stated that Johnny had started the altercation by confronting the neighbor, whose name was McQuan Taylor. Johnny had confronted McQuan in front of a sizable crowd, accusing McQuan of having stolen his charcoal. McQuan had actually left some money, but an argument and physical altercation ensued anyway. McQuan reportedly got the best of Johnny and embarrassed him. Shortly thereafter, Johnny exits his apartment wielding a gun. He points it at McQuan and fires, but the gun jams. McQuan responds by slapping the gun out of Johnny's hand and beginning to run away. Johnny picks up the gun and begins firing at McQuan, this time firing the gun successfully.
Wait, this man, I never need back going to see my dad on a regular basis because of this gentleman. And every fucking time this gentleman would see one of my vehicles, he would come and talk. Every fucking I asked him, do you know me? Where do you know me from? Why did you bothering me? I'm tired of prison. You see me all the time. You see me with my kids. You see what I'm doing. And let me beg you, please. I don't
So he borrows a bag of charcoal from you. He repays you, supposedly. And then he just pulls out a pistol and hits you with it. Okay, so this was a month ago. Okay, so last week on the 18th.
No, I'm gonna go back.
Okay.
Over there, I seen him at the state store.
Mm-hmm.
And he fought with me. Well, got my alcohol beverage.
What do you mean he fought with you? What?
Him and two of his guys pulled behind my truck, talking shit. I was with my whole guy, man, fuck them. Little young punks saying, I don't know them. I don't even know the guy for the guy. Come tell you two things about him, good or bad. I don't know.
And then what?
Morning. All I was trying to do was get my problems and cover my debt. Yeah. I was no fucking birthday, man.
Was he going to his so he came out of his apartment, you came out of your apartment.
As he was coming out his apartment on his way wherever he was going.
What time is this?
Early.
Okay.
My dad usually get his insulin. He usually want his insulin around 5:30, no later than 6. So it had to been around 6:20, I believe, 6:25.
Okay.
And guy came out, put talk with shoes in the back of my truck. The man was halfway to his vehicle. Like I wouldn't turned around. Went back into his residence. He came back out. Looking for me.
How do you know he's looking for you?
See me. When you see me coming, I was going back in as he was going back in. Brad, cause I got all my stuff right there at my door. I know y'all seen that when y'all went in my apartment. All my stuff is lying by the door. For me to just load my truck and go. Locked eyes with me. Weapon in hand. Came from around my truck. The weapon that I had was inside the truck. When he came around, I was already weapon in hand. He looked, seen the weapon, retrieved fire. Man had a weapon. I had a weapon. I've been shot before. I took my family's foot and I
How many times did you shoot?
okay.
You know what?
Don't give me the line.
How many times do you think you shot?
Probably 6. I never take.
So when you go to shoot, when you shoot the first time, what's he do? Does he take off running? Does he go back in the apartment?
No. He took off. He was trying to, I guess the element of surprise. He was trying to, I don't know, I can't say what the man was trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
I just know. I'm tired of prison and I want to turn it down.
So when you go to shoot though, so you shoot the first time. Does he take off running away from the apartment and the cars and you shoot, you continue to shoot? Let me ask you this, did your gun jam at any time? Or misfire? I think you can. I think there's some stuff that you're not telling me that you want to get, that's really holding you down. All right, listen. I told you,
sir.
I told you, there's a lot more that I know.
I'm the truth, sir.
There's a lot, I don't think you are. There's a lot more to this story than you're not telling me. All
I'm
right?
telling you the God honest truth. Everything transpires, sir. I'm not fabricating anything.
When you went to fire the first time, did your gun jam? Or did it misfire?
The first time? Or the incident? Or
Of this incident that happened almost a week ago. That involved shooting this guy.
no, I don't, like I said, sir. Like, I'm not lying to you. I'm not fabricating anything to you, sir. I'm telling you the God honest truth that took place, sir. I don't know what stories you got. I don't know any of this. All I can tell you, sir, is what I encountered, what I experienced.
Okay, you know, at that time, there's other people that are up, right?
I couldn't tell
And you know, okay, no, I'm telling you, there's other people that are up and out and about at that time. There's other people that saw what happened. Okay? They saw what happened.
Exactly.
And
I'm not fabricating anything.
we're trying to come, you know, everybody's got a story. Everybody sees what they saw, and you were obviously the one involved in it.
What you're saying, detective, is really quite important, and I assure you I am paying attention. But let me just open this Pepsi while you talk.
And, you know, for the most part, I think you're being truthful.
Let's see that again. What a beautiful sound. Makes me want one right now. Johnny holds perfect eye contact with the detective while his hand is magnetically sucked toward the top of that Pepsi can. It has been nearly 30 minutes since that can of Pepsi entered the room, and Johnny is certainly tempted by that refreshing taste that only Pepsi offers. However, sometimes life gets in the way, and sometimes you want to pretend that you're taking something seriously when all you want is a cool sip of Pepsi. No worries, Pepsi will always be waiting for you, through good times and bad. Now let's just see how much restraint Johnny has to avoid taking a sip while the detectives are talking to him about I guess you can call it, serious crime.
There's some stuff that I'm just gonna call out.
You God's honest truth, sir. You can give me a polygraph right now.
Okay, so if what you're saying is true, this gentleman had a gun, and you're claiming that you shot in self-defense. Why didn't you stay there for the police and tell your side of the story then instead of being on the run for almost a week?
You know, I listened to my counsel. I obtained counsel the very next day. My counsel told me, just chill out, do what you've been doing. Let me sort through this shit. That's all I've been doing.
Who's your counsel?
Charles Slicer
Okay, so Mr. Slicer told you to stay on the run?
told me to sit back, chill out, and let him sort through this mess I had myself into.
Okay.
First was this a felonious assault. The dynamics was gonna change, I was understanding. Now it's a murder. That's what I'm facing.
Yeah, because the guy died.
I heard.
Yeah, he died. He died on Saturday.
Mr. Trick, where were you standing, when you shot the first time?
I love how the detective doesn't pay mind to Johnny's crying. No one is buying this act. His crying earlier when he was feeling sentimental about his new apartment already set the tone. The detectives see no remorse in this man, and they know that any tears shed by Johnny is only out of self-pity.
Find my truck.
Next to your truck?
The driver's side or the passenger side?
Driver's side.
Okay.
Because I came from the driver. Came from the driver's side.
And then the next shot that you fired, where do you think you were at?
Probably in between my vehicle and his.
What kind of vehicle does he have? Or what color is it at least?
I believe it was his girlfriend's vehicle.
Remember what color it was?
Gold, tan, teal, teal color.
Okay. Now, as you were firing at him, obviously he's running away from you.
No.
Well, he's shot in the back, so obviously he's running away from you.
Yeah.
So yeah, so he's running away from you.
Yes.
And you're continuing to fire at him.
No. Well, yes. He couldn't have been running because y'all could clearly see it wasn't just one gun being fired.
No, it was just one gun
No, it
being
wasn't.
fired.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, no other guns were being fired.
Really?
Yes. And he's shot in the back, which is an indicator that he was running away.
No, sir.
And how was he shot in the back?
He was shot in the back. Probably from the angle that I was standing and the angle that he was standing. That's the only thing I can recall. Like I said, sir.
Because you shot a car, you shot him in the back.
Once I seen weapon in hand, that's just like if I had a weapon and y'all seen me with a weapon in hand, but what are y'all gonna do?
Well, I mean, here's the thing, like, there's no weapon recovered at the scene. There's no other casings recovered at the scene. Everyone else that we interviewed said that he's walking out to the car, getting into the car when you open fire on him. So, and we've got that from different witnesses. They're all confirming that.
Oh,
So to us, it makes sense that you'd been beaten multiple times by this guy who sounds like an absolute jackass, pardon my language, and you were upset and angry, understandably, and this was your opportunity.
No, sir. My opportunity was to get my belongings and get the fuck on my new residence. That was my opportunity. I just signed my lease. I fear this guy. I haven't even been going down there to check on my father on a regular basis because of this guy. You hear what I'm saying to you? Every chance this guy got to fucking told me, he told me. Every fucking chance he got. I don't even know this guy. Never had no dealings with him, no altercations with him, no nothing. That's why I don't understand why he did all of what he did to me.
I believe it.
My property.
I believe
Over my property.
I believe that.
Stuck a gun in my face, approximately 5 to 7 minutes. You told me you would kill me. You smacked me a second time, and at this time, I'm asking, why?
And I believe
all this over me telling you what you can do and not do with my property. I don't care what it is. What would give you? Okay, prime example. The same $10 he tried to give me, he could have went and got his own fucking trunk up. He was nitpicking, constantly picking, bullying me.
it absolutely was bullying you.
He was fucking bullying me.
And Mr. Trick, no one's even questioning that, because that's, I mean, we've heard that from multiple people, that he was an absolute bully to you.
I didn't tell you, man, I'm a good guy. I'm a God-fearing man, and all I came home trying to do, man, is stay the fuck out of trouble. I did so much I never done. Can you think got my license, insurance, life insurance policy, my own place of residence now. I was doing so fucking good for myself, man. I was doing something I never did in 44 fucking years for myself, man. Only for this gentleman to come and fuck with me for what? I'm still puzzled. I did nothing wrong to this gentleman whatsoever.
Because he was a bully, man.
I did nothing wrong to him.
He was
This
a bully.
man put a pistol to my face, smacked me in the mouth with it. Put it to my face for 5 to 7 minutes. My cousins that was in the vehicle with me will verify. My little brother came at the ass in and see everything. My mouth busted open. The man still got the fucking gun in my face. And I got mad. And I told him to shoot me. If it mean that much to you, you gotta do all this over my shit, man. Really? You doing all this to me over my shit? The same $10 you could have went and bought your own fucking cargo. You was bullying me. For me to pull up and how he was aggressive, obnoxious, I took. Pull up to this. Just imagine you pulling up to your residence.
We said, we get that you're mad over in, taking your stuff, trying to pay back.
No.
So after all this,
No. I wasn't even mad about that.
what are you mad about?
This shit transpired so fast.
Okay.
He had set in his mind to do all of what he wanted to do from the time my vehicle pulled up.
Okay.
On April 22nd. This guy was a jerk, man. I get it. The problem is that going back to the 18th, hear me out. Yeah, all right. So, but if we go fast forward to the 18th, all right, which was last week, we've got you shooting at him, standing in the road. Then we've got your additional casings going down the sidewalk as you're going down towards Danner, continuing to shoot. And then we've got a windshield that's shot out, and we've got him shot in the back. I mean, so you're pursuing after him. You're alleging you're in fear for your life,
I'm telling you the guy.
but you're pursuing him.
For you to tell me that there was not a gun on the scene, where is the gun?
I don't think there was one.
Yes, it was, sir.
Where was the gun that you used at?
The gun that I used, I don't know. It was on the scene. It should have been on the scene.
Where at?
It should have been right beside his fucking vehicle. See what I'm saying?
Did you drop it after you shot him?
Yeah, I panicked when I seen that gun in that man's hand. The same fucking gun. He smacked me in the mouth with it, so I know.
Yeah.
Had a clip hanging out that long. That's how I know. The man had a weapon in hand when he came back out for the second time.
Okay, so after the shooting, where'd you go? Did you go back into your apartment?
Yes, I did.
Then, did you go out the back door or out the front door when you left before?
No, actually, no, I stayed there. I was trying to find my cell phone. I couldn't find no cell phone.
Were you inside the
My
apartment?
keys, my house keys were still there. My door was wide open. I ran out of there. I was there for my life.
Did you run out the front door?
Like Stewart Street side?
They had a Stewart Street side.
I ran towards the park, the Stewart Street side, yes.
And where'd you go from there?
When I left there, I went to my mom's house first.
Yeah.
I let my mom know what took place. She told me, well, running ain't gonna make it better. I said, no, I'm not running. I said, I need an attorney. And I contacted the attorney, counsel. My counsel been telling me since the incident, sit back, chill, see what I gotta do. Swift through this shit. Right now, it's a felonious assault, but the dynamics should change.
So what'd you do with the gun?
The gun's on the scene.
No, and
That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. That's how I know it's some bullshit involved. The gun that was used should have still been on the scene, and the gun that he had should have still been on his person, man.
I'm telling you right now, there's no guns on scene.
That's what, that's what I'm trying to say.
Listen. Officers were there pretty quickly after the shooting came out. Okay? There's multiple eyewitnesses that watched this whole thing transpire, and ain't not one of them said this dude ran up and got the gun and took it into this apartment, or you dropped the gun. No, they're saying he's run away, you shot him, you ran back into your apartment, then the police showed up. And then obviously, a SWAT standoff happened and everything when you weren't even in there. And you were at your mom's now, as you say.
Yeah.
Okay? So, you didn't drop the gun.
Sir, the gun should have still been on the scene. I'm telling you the gun, and it's true, sir.
Actually, it's not true. Johnny hid the gun. After shooting Miquan to death, Johnny went to his sister's apartment to hide out until he was ultimately arrested by the police when they naturally extended the search for Johnny to his relatives' homes. Johnny hid the gun under the cushions of his sister's love seat.
The gun should have still.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So since this, you haven't been at your mom's house since then.
No.
Where you been at?
Standing there last night. I talked to my sister probably around, I got my phone, probably around.
Is it that blue phone that was in there?
Yeah, I was
Okay.
probably around 3 this morning. She was getting up for work. I was on Main, just wandering around. Just really want to get this shit behind me. I haven't had a good night's rest since this shit happened.
I bet you've been on the run and all this stuff's been in your head.
But I want to get this behind me.
Where's your truck at?
Hell, my mom's, and told it to my mom's.
Okay.
What kind of gun did you have?
Nine.
The 9. What do you know what kind it was? What brand, brand or anything like that? Okay. Alright, so what time did you get to your sister's this morning? Have you been staying at your sister's?
No, this is the first night I ever stayed at my sister's.
So you went there last night? What time?
Last night.
What time?
Well, this morning, actually around.
It was this morning?
Yeah, around. She had to be to work at 5, so it was about 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Okay, so, okay. And so she lets you go sleep on the couch or in the bedroom?
On the couch.
Or on the, that obviously right there on the left?
On the sofa, right there.
Alright,
And then, like I said, I woke up this morning to this.
it is. So,
And thank y'all for not hurting. Thank y'all for not hurting. Really appreciate you.
so what about the gun that was found in the couch? Straight up, is that the gun? Don't listen.
No, sir.
Be straight.
No, sir.
The gun that was in the couch, that
No,
was,
should have still been on the scene, sir.
gun went on the
So what was the deal with the gun in the couch?
I don't know nothing about no couch.
Would you,
Here's the trick, we've been being very respectful.
Sir, I was telling you to go DNA the gun, fingerprint me. I don't know nothing about no gun in
so,
the couch.
okay, so if your DNA is not on that gun, do you mind if we collect your DNA to compare it?
No.
So we'll do that a little bit, okay? The cell phone, that's your cell phone, the blue one that was right there on the little table, okay? Which phone number is that?
Actually, that was my sister's phone.
That's your sister's phone? She's saying it's not her phone.
The phone that I got, that's my big sister's phone. That's the phone I've been using, the
What number is that?
520. Is it 520? 7251.
937 area code.
937. Do you know the passcode on that phone?
Yeah.
What's the passcode?
0737.
And that's your sister's phone? Okay. What's your sister's name?
Lakita.
Lakita? You know where she said that?
Any place.
Benny Place, okay. Alright. Alright. Like I said, these are the DNA swaps, okay? So anything else on that gun, okay? I'm gonna send the gun and I'm gonna send these to the lab just to compare, okay? Have you ever done these before? Okay. Basically, I'll open it, I'll have you grab it, just swab the inside of your cheeks and everything really good, okay? And then we'll put them right back in here, alright, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Grab both of them. Swab the both inside your cheeks real well. Yeah, put them right back in there. Alright, thank you, sir. Alright.
No, let's step off for a minute.
Okay, give us just a minute, Mr. Need anything right now?
No, sir.
Yes.
Johnny is asked whether he wants anything, and his body language says it all. After a grueling hour of lying to the police, Johnny gets his just reward: a lukewarm Pepsi.
Alright, Mr. Trigger. Alright, just a couple follow-up questions here, alright, buddy? Alright. Have you been staying at your sister's house before this at all? No. So you're not living with your sister over on Redwood Reactors? You literally went over there at 4 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock this morning, that's it?
My phone?
Okay. But I'm just saying, you don't have any clothes there, you don't get mail there, nothing, right? Okay. Were you by yourself when you went over there? Were you by yourself when you went over there, or is your girlfriend over there?
Well, my cousin dropped me off over there.
What's your cousin? Is this the same cousin that was with you during?
The incident,
What's your cousin's name?
Leslie Owens.
What is it?
Leslie Owens.
Leslie Owens. Yeah. And they dropped you off over on Redwood.
Yeah,
Was anybody else with you?
No, he dropped me. I didn't want him to know where I was going. So he dropped me off at, what's that gonna be, Dead Door in Redwood?
Okay.
okay, like a blackout.
Block up and you walked
Yeah, I
out.
didn't want him to know where I was going.
Okay.
And you were by yourself?
Tawana wasn't with you?
No, when I got to my sister's this morning, I had called her, cause she had called me yesterday, and told me that, the U.S. Marshals was looking for me. And I was like, well, shit, I ain't running from nobody. I'm just doing what my counsel told me to do. Like right now, I ain't supposed to be doing this, but I did nothing wrong. I don't feel I've done anything wrong.
Okay. But again, just to confirm, when you got to your sister's house this morning, you were by yourself, and you have not seen your girlfriend
No, I seen her this morning.
Where did you see her at?
She came to my sister's.
She came over to Redwood.
When you got there this morning?
No, actually, when y'all got the call, when y'all was at her house this morning, she came to see me. She brought me some cigarettes. Brought me a pack of cigarettes. And it was so crazy, it was so coincidental because same time she bring the cigarettes out and she dropped her grandbaby off at school, y'all was calling.
Okay. So did she ever come inside the house or did she just drop off the cigarettes to you?
But she came in for a brief second.
Okay. Nothing.
Anything else can you tell us, Mr. Trigg?
No, sir.
When was the last time you talked to Mr. Schleifer?
Today, Monday? Monday?
Today's Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday, so Monday.
Monday. He had doctor court yesterday, so I was gonna contact him again today. Cause I just, like I said, I just wanna get this behind me, man. Whatever come out of this, man, I just want it behind me.
Okay.
I did nothing wrong, man. I swear I never meant for any of this shit.
Yeah.
You can't just keep fucking tormenting the person and you steady playing with this fucking good.
All right, Mr. Trigg, was just going in, driving. We'll be right back in.
That's your whole thing.
We'll be in a couple minutes, right? Yeah.
Johnny Trigg was sentenced to 15 years to life for murder, plus 3 years for a criminal offense committed using a gun, plus 3 years for having a weapon under disability, plus an extra 1,225 days for violating his parole. Thanks for watching. I love you guys. Stay safe.